Come on. Alright. Hello, everybody. We're back with another drawing stream. Dead end content. Hang on. Let me move into position because I forgot to do that. Okay, now I'm near my mic and you can probably hear me better. But yeah, as you can see from from the video, oh my goodness, we're working on an Oscar sprite that already has a sketch done. This sketch was done by Banana Bread on Discord, so this sketch was not done by me, but we're going to be using it as a base when we start. I just have to go through and edit a couple things, and then we can start doing the lining process. Yeah, editing the sprites is interesting because... how do I put this? It's interesting to see how other people interpret my work and how I gotta interpret it back. Nothing against different people drawing in different ways. It's just for a dead end and such. I gotta keep it consistent. Alright. Alright, so let's see. Yes. Oscar's a very dramatic boy, so he gets some good dramatic poses. He's gonna get a bunch more, and I'm excited for them. This pose is actually modeled after a scene in Monogatari. If people know that show, oh god, that show is like old now, isn't it? That's like from 2000. Oh god, is that 2008? Hang on. I just started the stream and I'm gonna pause it to look up. Well, I'm not gonna pause it, but I'm just gonna look up Monogatari anime. Hang on. When did it come out? 2009. Yeah, I was right. Jeez. Oh, it's old. That makes me feel old. Oh god. I wasn't even into anime back then, but just the fact that it's a series I like and it's been out for so long, I'm like, ah. But yeah, Monogatari is also very good for kind of super dynamic and kind of interesting poses. I actually have a lot of the references for Dead End, the posed references, are from Monogatari actually. Just because I like how the characters move and or act in that series. Hello. I gotta shrink his head. Maybe I should put like a little thing in the corner that says who the sketch is by. Hang on. Oh, I've selected this already, so let me shrink the head first. Maybe a little bigger. Yeah, that should be good. Boop. Alright. And just, sketch by Banana. Nah. Alright, there we go. Okay. Let's see. What are your favorite cartoon series? Right now, I'm assuming you probably mean Western shows and such, just because you said cartoon instead of anime. I would say probably The Owl House is my big go-to show at the moment, although Amphibia is also very good. Amphibia and Owl House are like, out of the Western shows that are airing right now, Amphibia and Owl House are like in their own league, and then there's like everything else kind of below it. Like nothing against other shows, but oh my god, the Owl House. The Owl House is like breaking a bunch of ground, and it's got that like really cool dark fantasy aesthetic that like I can really vibe with. Amphibia kind of has it too. It's just a lot more subtle, and it's kind of, you can tell that the Owl House is kind of like, it's not the Owl House. The Amphibia is kind of built for like a audience that's younger, I would say, and the Owl House is a bit older. That being said, you can still watch Amphibia and enjoy it if you're older, because I do. It's just you can kind of tell joke-wise, it's like, oh, there's some stuff that's just kind of like, not slapstick, but easier to understand. It's not as... It doesn't use dark humor, that's the best way to put it, because Owl House has a lot of dark humor in it, which, you know, some like adults or older, you know, kids would enjoy. Owl House and Amphibia has a lot more kind of like, you know, the normal standard cartoon affair. Oh yeah, I heard that the Owl House season 3 is only going to be 3 episodes, which really does suck, because like it's such a good series, and it kind of, I would love to see more of it, but I'm also curious if it was like, if it was only built for that length, if that makes sense. Like if the Owl House was only built to have 2 seasons and those like 3 big episodes right at the end, then I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that. If it didn't get cut short, I can live with it. I would have trouble, or would have a problem with it if it was like specifically getting cut short, or like even when it's like doing so well or being so highly praised. Because Gravity Falls was like that too, where everyone loved it, everyone kind of like really enjoyed what it was doing, but it still got cut, or it was still a very short series, only because, you know, they didn't want to drag it out. They were like, well, we got our story, we did what we wanted to do, this is when it's going to end. And I kind of respect that, because it's not dragging something out just for the sake of dragging it out, just because it got popular. Kind of like the, I guess the best way to put it is like the Shonen Jump effect. Maybe not Shonen Jump, but like Shonen series in general, where it's like, oh, it's popular, quick, lengthen it by like 20 times the original amount. It's like, that does not make for a good story, my sir. The story is no struggling. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna shorten this. Do something like this instead. Yeah. The back of Oscar's hood has never had a reference before, so this is kind of expecting I have to edit this a bit. That would be good if I actually, you know, did turnaround references for every character. I'm lazy. I'll get around to it eventually. Yeah, this hood is actually a lot smaller. Alright, there we go. So something like this. Yeah, looks good. Let's see here. Favorite type of character design. I like designs, or I gravitate towards designs that are interesting, but I could still see somebody in everyday life wearing. So say for instance, like, what's a good example of that? I guess there's a lot of good examples of that in like Western cartoons. Like we were talking about the Owl House, so Loose. It's a good design. It's like nice and spunky, and it like, so it fits with the personality. And if I saw like somebody wearing that out in the street, I wouldn't be like, oh, you're cosplaying. It would look like just, you know, regular clothing. And that's kind of designs I really enjoy, because I'm like, you didn't have to go super crazy to show somebody's personality through what they wear. It's also something I really enjoy with a lot of school, like a school show, or like high school anime, where like if the actual school uniform isn't crazy, how they kind of differentiate each character by how they wear their uniform is really interesting to me, such as like a good series that does that is Persona. It's so cool how they just like slightly modify the same clothes, and it's like it feels like a different outfit for each character, and it's very good. I very much enjoy how that's set up. Let's see. Which coven would I join in the Owl House? That is an interesting question. Let me think on it while I touch up these red lines. I would say... I don't know them all off the top of my head, but I think there's the, I'm pretty sure there's like a ghost-based one, if I remember correctly. It's like spirits or something. I'd probably go for the spirits one, just because I find, you know, afterlife and supernatural stuff very interesting. I've done a bit of research on it. Actually, because of Booker, because I was like, oh, I should probably know at least a little bit about ghosts and such. Oracle? Yes, that's it. I should probably know a bit about ghosts and such if I'm gonna write a ghost hunter. So yeah, I find ghost stuff fascinating because it's a lot of like pseudoscience, and pseudoscience in itself is interesting just because it's like none of the stuff can really be concrete. It's all like theories and kind of be like, well, this is how it would work if it did work and all this stuff, and it's interesting. There. Just for some perspective, this would go back a bit. Alright, and then... that looked good. Maybe I do want to lower the head a bit. I raised the head and then I lowered it. I'm gonna lower it again. That's art for you. You try something and you're like, I need to fix it, so it's like this, and then you just 10 minutes later you just go back to what you actually had beforehand. My favorite character from the Owl House. That's a good question. Honestly, I really enjoy basically all of them. I would say my favorite? I'd probably have to agree with Julie Bean and go with Amity. It seems that that's like a pretty popular answer, but she's just... how she went from like the standard bully character to like an interesting, like, all-rounded character with her own like stuff going on, and like just how she was able to flip from one kind of standard character trope to like her own full-fledged character was very interesting. As I kind of introduced her that way and then kind of flipped it on its head. It was very well done. I enjoyed it quite a lot. Oh wait, this is supposed to be Liner, not Oscar. I know it's Oscar. Alright. Alright. Where do I start here? Not here. Oh, yeah. got new headphones, so hopefully this stream you won't hear my headphones disconnecting and reconnecting all the time. That probably was agonizing to listen to last stream. Let's see. Favorite Pokemon? Oh god, that's tricky because there's so many at this point. I would say I'm still a sucker for a lot of the older designs just for like nostalgia reasons. I don't think Pokemon designs really gotten worse over time. It's just, you know, that's what you grow up with and that's what you enjoy. Favorite though, I'd have to go with Gallade probably still from Gen 4. Like, as soon as I figured out Gallade was a Pokemon, I, like, instantly tried to get him when I was a kid. Like, stayed up so long just so I could get him on the same day. That was insane. Aegislash. Oh, Aegislash is a good pick, too. I really enjoy, the lore behind just Aegislash and, like, the line that goes into it, where it's like, if I remember correctly, I don't remember what it involves from, or the name, but the whole thing about like, oh, if you touch the sword, it like steals your, it's like traps you inside the sword, and you're like stuck in there for eternity, and it's like, ah, this isn't a kid's game. There are a lot of freaking Pokemon that are like, if you touch it, it kills you. Or like Pokemon that like probably with lore that have no right being in a game like Pokemon. It's probably because the frickin' people who do the check the game don't bother to go through every single Pokemon's lore and like check it for details. Like the new, what's that new one? Hatterene? I think it's called, where it's like, if you're depressed, it punches you. And it's like, whoa. Pokemon, that's absurd. It's really funny though. Oh my god. Yeah, there's so many Pokemon, it is hard to pick. Eevee's a really good choice too. God. I want a new evolution. I feel like at one point they said they weren't going to do anymore, but I want another. I want one of each type. I'm that nerd. Oh yeah, Drifloon steals children. And Snail's hotter than the sun. Frickin', what's that one? Phantump? Yeah, that one's made out of like the souls of kids who died in the forest. Pokemon gets so dark, and like, it gets away with so much stuff, and I absolutely love it for that. It's so good. Like, if you take 2 seconds to dig in Pokemon, you will find some horrible, horrible stuff, and it is amazing. Oh. Phantomp's the one that's really stuck out to me before, just because, I remember it was one of my favorite Pokemon when I got, like, when I saw the design, I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool, I want it. And I'm pretty sure it was a version exclusive, so I couldn't get it. And I was like, no, I want it so badly. So I eventually, like, you know, got one of the things through Wonder Trade, I think is what it was. So I like read the I didn't read the profile beforehand, so I read it and I'm like, oh this got really dark all of a sudden. Oh my god. Isn't Process also like that? Isn't she supposed to be like made out of people who died in the in a snowstorm? I'm trying to remember if that's true or if that's just the lore of the Yukiona, which is what Frostlass is based off of. I know the Yukiona, their whole thing is like they're snow witches who like trap travelers and stuff. And I'm trying to remember how much of that is also Frostlass's lore, and not just Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself. Mimikyu is so good. It has such a nice story to it. Mimikyu is also very interesting when it comes to character design, because it's this design that doesn't really stand on its own that well, because it looks straight up like a Pikachu clone. However, with the story of, like, you know, it wants to be loved, so it dresses up like Pikachu, it like elevates the design to like a whole new level. And it just goes to show you how much, you know, story and stuff really goes into character design as well. How, like, you know, even if the design, a story can be used to prop up what a design is going for and help people understand what it's supposed to be and such. And it's like, it's sexy. Oh, God. Let's see, is that right? Yeah, that's good. God, drawing his hair from this angle is interesting because I'm just kind of guessing his line art work. Yeah, it's fine. Paint. Extend the eye just a bit. Oh my god, actually no, I don't want to draw the eye from scratch. I'm just gonna copy paste like a nerd. Copy paste. Oh wow. Never noticed how small his eyes actually are. There we go. Now just move the pupil. Oops. Or the iris. Whatever that is. There. I'm not going to separate the face this time just because I don't think this pose is going to get another expression to it. Favorite Dream SMP? I don't watch the Dream SMP. Hate to break any hearts, but not something I am caught up with. I watch too much VShojo and too many VTubers to dedicate to my time to many other YouTubers. And also with school, my time is just evaporated. I am taking a digital illustration class this semester, which I'm very curious about because I've taken one in the past, but what ended up happening was, this is kind of weird, I was so advanced in the program, the teacher just basically turned me into a TA, and I basically helped troubleshoot people, which was like fun in itself, but also like I took the class to learn, not be a TA. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. I'm praying, at the very least, I don't have to turn into the little helper again. Bye, Cookie. Enjoy the Family Dollar. Let's see. All the Family Dollars around here have actually closed, which is really surprising. We had, actually, one store, it's not that surprising. The others it is. And it's not surprising for one store because, what was it that happened, actually? And I need to remember the specifics. It was like, the store, I think it was, they renovated the store, and then, like, a couple days later, the store, like, caught on fire, and it just went, whoosh, and I was like, oh, yeah, that store's gone. Like, it was not salvageable. I tore it down, like, a year later. And especially because COVID hit, and it was like, oops, no one wants to fix this building. So they just scrapped it. Yeah. I'm not sure what it is about where I live in Family Dollars, but they just never last. I think it's because I've never seen a Family Dollar. Most Family Dollars aren't the greatest, or the ones where I was at greatest in upkeeping themselves and being like a, you know, a store that you'd like going into. It was the kind of store you went into where you're like, all right, I'm close. I need to grab something before I get home. I might as well just pop in, get whatever I need for $1 and just get out. Yeah. They were also crowded by a lot of stores that were just better. So by comparison, it was just like, I don't know. It was tricky. They had some tough competition. Yeah, I have a huge cockroach. Yeah, exactly. They aren't exactly stores with great, how do I put it, reputations. We'll just say there's a reason that the dollar store, everything is $1. Oh lord. Also, bye Phantom. We'll be waiting here when you get back, probably. Let's see. Okay. Do. Oh wait, this is not how we do ears. I forgot. I was doing the ears how I do them in my normal style, not in Dead End's ear style. Oops. Yeah, Dead End does it like... Hang on, I'll show you. When I do ears, I do it like this, and then this gets filled in. This is really messy, but whatever. And then there's a loop here, and then it goes like this, like that. And Dead End ears, they're a bit different. It's this, loop, and then it's that. But yeah. I started doing the first one and I was like, oh no, that's not right. That's not right. Oop. Oop. There we go. Alrighty. Just nose that strong. Yeah. I'm going to adjust the nose just a bit. There we go. Sweet. Ah, yes, this mouth. This is glorious. I love what Banana did with this. I didn't tell him to do this. He was just like, yeah, I want to do like a smug expression. And I'm like, this is so perfect. God, I love the expression. Expression work is something I'm always very drawn to when it comes to art. I've always enjoyed styles that, even if they didn't have a lot of detail, like, usually when it comes to styles, you either push the expressionism or you push the detail and, like, how much, you know, detail and, how do I put it? like the rendering. That's the best way to put it. And I've always gravitated towards styles that focus on the expressionism, just because I think it's more fun to look at. That's what my brain likes. I like the overall piece feeling more interesting over like every little nook and cranny having its like own sub, I guess, being its own piece. Because like when you get super detailed like that, every little bit is like really interesting to look at and really like just grabbing at the eye, which can be kind of overwhelming. But for stuff where you just focus on the expression work, it can be really, you know, rewarding to just put the effort into that expression and then make the rest of the piece just kind of help support that, basically. It's actually something I've been seeing a lot with my own work, where I'm like, I've been trying to put more effort into shading, and then I feel like it ends up detracting a bit from the actual piece of art, because I'm like, oh, this feels like it's harder for me to understand the whole piece, because my brain is like latching off to different things on the side, and like the small things instead of the overall piece itself. Which I find interesting. And you have to find that perfect balance. Or like, that's what I'm trying to do right now. Because I do want to get my own personal artwork to be more rendered, just so that it looks more like finished pieces. My style is very graphic in nature, so graphic isn't like not gore, but like very stylized, heavily stylized. And because of that, it can be like tricky for people to see the skill behind it sometimes. So people, instead of seeing like, you know, the perfect anatomy, everything is like slightly different because that's how I want it. But it's hard to make that come across as intentional a lot of the time, or I feel like it is. A dead-end character swap clothes? I would probably swap. I'd probably swap with Oscar, just because his clothes are very comfortable, and it's pretty close to what I wear usually, anyways. All right, hang on. I'm gonna wipe my face so my model's gonna bug out. All right. But yeah, Oscar's clothes are very comfortable because it's literally just like a hoodie and PJ bottoms, and that's usually what I do when I'm in my house, hoodie and PJ bottoms. Oh my gosh. Everyone else has like... There's like something in every other person's design and where I'd be like, I'm not sure if I'd actually want to wear that. Like the short shorts on some of the characters, I'm like, I don't have the confidence for that. Or the legs for that. So that's just not an option I would go gravitate towards. Oscar's a good fit for me. Oh, welcome back. If it's getting hot in here. I try to keep my air conditioner off for streaming because I'm always scared it'll make background noise, but then I get extremely hot and I'm like, oh, I have to turn it on. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. How does this work again? So it's the top bit and then it fans it down. So it's like top. And it fans down like so. Okay. Alright, alright. Worst art advice I've ever heard, but people keep saying. Let me think on that, because I've heard some cruddy art advice. Ironically, it was when I started getting into college that I started hearing the really crappy stuff. It was like, oh, this was a really shitty one. It was like, art is not supposed to create a story or like represent a story. And I'm like, sir, you're an art professor and you're saying this? That was legit the stupidest thing I had ever heard. And I was like, because for me, the whole point of art is like, usually when I'm drawing people, because I basically only draw people, it's to, you know, convey some sort of emotion or like mood or, you know, that the character's going through. Trying to see how much I can, you know, make the audience empathize and feel with the other character, which kind of inadvertently creates a story where the people, you know, start theorizing, why are they, you know, why are they sad? Why are they happy? Why am I feeling so strong emotions? And they kind of project onto the character themselves. So hearing that it was like, yeah, you're not supposed to do any story stuff, and it was like, what? Why? What? The guy also said you weren't supposed to use photo reference and you could only use reference from real life, and I'm like, this man is actually insane. That class was a fucking minefield. That class never ended well. Because it always ended in yelling. And literally got to one point where I was like, yeah, I'm just not gonna listen to this. I literally straight up just left in the middle of class once because it was just... it just evolved into yelling, and I was like, this is not helpful for anyone. I'm just gonna leave. So I straight up just left. That's one fun thing about college. If a class is being fucking stupid, you can just leave. Something to look forward to, I guess, for all of you, all of you not in college yet. Let's see. Let's see. Alright. Is this the right size? It's a little big. Yeah, but my art professors in high school, or just art teachers in high school, were a lot more open-minded when it came to art stuff. I'm not sure if that's just because I got lucky when it came to art teachers in high school and then got really crappy luck when I got into college. Like in a gotcha, it was like I pulled the SSR teachers in high school and then I got like the rank 2 teacher in college. But God, my college art teachers have not been amazing, to say the least, because the one I have this semester is into NFTs, and I'm like, of course you are. Of course you're into the thing that just is destroying the environment. NFTs are not a thing, not cash money. Even if they try to be cash money. Favorite Fruits Basket character? Ooh, I don't know a lot about Fruits Basket. I know the general plot, or like the general setup. It's one of those shows and like or manga that I've been like meaning to get into or wanted to watch, but I've just never kind of like actually taken the time to do it. Yeah, this is the problem. I don't know any of the characters' names. I would guess I would just go for with the main girl because I don't know. I like her and she's nice. That's literally it. I just want her to be happy and help the boys with their shiz. Everyone that show is damaged. Just big oof all around. I have read Oran High School Host Club, which is very similar to, or like it feels similar to Fruits Basket because it's in the same kind of, how do I put it? Genre of like girl romance. I hate that it's literally called girl romance in freaking Japanese, like shoujo romance. It's kind of like, yes, for girls only, but look, when you're into guys, good lord, it can be tricky. Have you seen Infinity Train? Infinity Train is so good. Oh my god, I love Infinity Train. I remember seeing the pilot back in high school and being like, the show needs to be a thing, and having to wait literally how many years was it until Infinity Train became an actual show from the pilot? It was like 2 or 3. It was agonizing waiting, because I was like, I know this is going to be good. I know it is. And it was. Book 1 is amazing. It's still I think it's still my favorite out of all of them. It's like, the others are good, don't get me wrong. All the books are really good. But there's just something special about 1 to me. Or the first season. I don't know. Don't at me. I think it's because I really enjoy Tulip as a character and how book 2 is very... It focuses inward a lot of like her own personal struggles. Like, because book 2 is kind of a big departure from book 1 in the fact that a lot of it is about crap, what's their name? My brain is like Mirage, but it's like Lake? I don't know. The mirror one. How the mirror being is like, you know, struggling with her own self-identity and stuff, and that's interesting, but it kind of gets like muddied under the fact she's being like chased a bit for me, and that kind of ends up taking a lot of the focus, because like instead of her being like thinking about herself and thinking inward, it's a lot about her being like, how do I not get caught, how do I get away? And it's like, I would have preferred if it was just about, yeah, about her thinking about, you know, what she could do to be her own person and stuff. I think if I had to rank them, I would go with Empty Lake. Oh yeah, right. Mirror, Tulip, and Lake. Yep. Okay. I think if I had to rank them all, I would probably do it Season 1, Season 3, 4, and then 2. But they're all super close, so it's like anybody's game, honestly. I don't know. I think I just resonate really strongly with Tulip as a character. Probably because she has a hard time with, like, conveying her emotions, accepting her own emotions, and it's like, that sounds familiar. But yeah. And it's ironic that I resonate with her so much, because, like, her whole story is, like, her parents are divorced, and she's, like, trying to understand that, and I've never gone through that. So, it's interesting that Tulip speaks to me so much. Does that look right? Yeah, that looks right. It's enough, right? That looks right enough. That's the important part. Alright, nice. Nice. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Yes, it is Oscar. Let's see. Favorite train car from Infinity Train? There's a lot of good options. I think my favorite train car is probably... I don't remember the name, but it's like the castle from book 4. The story behind that car is probably what makes it for me, and like how it all kind of connects with everything. It's so sexy. I really enjoy book 4 just for kind of like the whole dynamic between Jesse and... Crap, I suck at names. Is it Jesse? I don't remember. The two guys from book 4. One of these days I'll remember a name. One of these days. Oh no, Jesse's the guy from book 2, isn't it? Isn't he? Oops. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Ryan Mingy. Yes. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I really enjoyed their dynamic in book 4. It was very interesting to watch. Kind of the like... Mingy's kind of like denial and his own... how do I put it? Mingy kind of denying that he has any part in it just because he's so used to being perfect, almost. And he's like, well, I can't be the one holding us back, it has to be you. And how he kind of like pushes everything onto Ryan, and it's like, oh, that's... oof. Again, I think because of some personal shiz, I can relate, because I was very much like that when I was younger, where I was like, the problem can't be me because I do everything right. And it's like, that is a dangerous way to think, and I have learned the error of my ways. Just like Mingy. Yeah, it's interesting how they kind of like end up getting conditioned, both Ryan and Mingy, into kind of falling into their own roles of like, how do I put it? They both get kind of like branded as like, Mingy gets like the perfect one and the one that doesn't do anything wrong, and then Ryan gets like the troublemaker, and how they kind of like project that onto each other and onto themselves as well, where it's like, oh, well, Ryan's a troublemaker, therefore he's the one doing the things wrong. And then Ryan also internalizes that himself, and it's like, ooh, that's scary. Alright, let's see here. That was not a line art layer, which sucks because that was a good circle. Oh, nuts. And there we go. What if I... do this? Yes. Copy, paste. There we go. Yeah, circles are one of those things that are like deceptively hard. Nah, it's like, it's not hands that'll kill you in art, it's circles. There's actually that app that's like a thing that can track if you can draw a perfect circle, and it's, dude, it's so hard. The best I can do in that app is like a 95%, and that's only with me like trying over and over and over again. And without tracing them, oh yeah, it's super tricky. If you're using like a digital art tool and it has like freaking circle tool, just use a circle tool. It'll make your life so much easier. Just be sure to be careful when you use stuff like that, because you can very much overdo it. There's a good balance to strike. All right. Ugh. Fred, you you drew the classes better than I could. Now I have to make them good. I have to ungood them so that it's on model. There we go. Let's see. Oop. Oop. There we go. Okay. Oop. Alright. Erase the line art. Make sure things peeking out. I'm a stickler with line art. That's why I use vectors, because it makes it really easy to control. Have you seen Kipo? Yes. I have not watched the last season though. I need to though. God. It was so good. Gosh. I love the music for Kipo as well. Kipo has such strong music, and it's like, I enjoy. God, these the things on his glasses are broken from the angle that I drew them, but it's fine. I think I need to draw his ear popping out just so that the it actually makes sense that his glasses can go behind his ear here. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Oop. 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 There we go, that's easier. Oh yeah. I'm so glad today's stream is not as long as yesterday's. That killed me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I still don't have the endurance for those longer streams. They're a lot. Let's see. Alright, I think we've got the face and the head all done. Yeah, doing the face and head and stuff usually takes the most work just because there's so much. That's where all the focus is, so that's where you want to put all your detail. Hell yeah, he's looking good. There we go. Any of the casts originally have different talents. Let me think on that. Let's see, Jane and Nate's stayed the same. Ryu's has stayed the same. Well, it's kind of stayed the same. Originally, his, like, official talent was Grade Skipper, instead of it being, like, his, self-imposed talent, kind of. But someone brought up that kind of sounds weird, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll... Yeah. People wouldn't use Grade Skipper as, like, the talent people would use, or, like, an official school, they would use, you know, Child Prodigy or something. So I was like, okay, I can change that. So that became, like, his unofficial talent, and then his official talent became Child Prodigy. Let's see about anyone else. Trying to think. For the most part, I think everyone else actually did stay the same. Mainly because when we were designing characters for Dead End, we started actually with if we didn't have the characters already, we started with talent. The talent. Because we were like, alright, we want to get a decent variety of talents here. Just so that it's not like, you know, all art talents or all investigative talents or whatever. We didn't want a lot of overlap, basically. So yeah. What else was I gonna say? I had something else to say regarding that. I don't know, my brain just died. Let's see. Okay. All right. There we go. Progress. How does this work? It's like this? Yeah. Yeah. Wait, is that right? Is that right? Someone tell me if that's right. No, this needs to be whiter. Okay, there we go. There. Magic. Yeah. I'm doing a shorter stream tonight because I can't stay up. I cannot stay up till 12 today because I have to get up at 6:30 to go to my class because it's an early morning class at 8. Let me wipe my face. Blip. In the beginning, I was like, oh, morning classes will be good because I'll have all day to work on other stuff. And then I forgot I was a night owl, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be dead. I don't exist. I don't exist before 11 o'clock. Thank you. It's the digital art class I was talking about earlier, so it hopefully won't be too bad. I've already had the professor for a different class, and he was already like, you can't sleep during class, because I've had people try, and I'm like, well, guess I gotta get to sleep at the normal hours. Which is fine. I don't want to sleep in his class anyways. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Womp. This looks a bit like we can round it out a bit more. And push this in. Oop. There. Perspective. Ha ha ha. I can delete some of the detail in the hand. There we go. Magic. I've heard of glitch text. I have not seen it though. I've heard the good things about it. Let's see. I'm not gonna remember. I know it's the siblings, and I know it's like they fight like glitches or like problems in video games. It's a very kid concept, but I very much enjoy it. Just because the concept is very aimed at kids does not mean it isn't good. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Another thing stuck in the abyss that is my to-watch list. It is... I think like everybody's to-watch list, it is ever-expanding and probably bottomless. I do not keep up with it well. Probably because I just go on YouTube and watch VTubers instead of actually doing anything with it. Oh well. That's how it is. Alright. That. And then... how did I... Okay, so it is just like that. So I can just do this. Ooh. Huh. Is that good? Yee. Hell yeah. Yeah. It's like, the watch list is like a Hydra. You watch one thing and like 3 things show up on it. It's tricky. You just kind of have to accept that you will never watch everything, and you have to be okay with that, even though it sucks. This hand looks weird. It's because I've drawn it weird. Like, the sketch is good. I just have to freaking draw what the sketch has given me. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. This hand still looks weird. I'm going to change this a bit. I'm going to make it so this finger comes down like so. So it's more obvious that it's supporting pencil. I think it'll also look better if we have like we're able to see this end of this finger as well, because it'll make sense why that one's hiding the other finger. There, that looks pretty good. Let's just mess with the line width now. Let's see. Up. Oop. There we go. Favorite instrument to hear in music? I'm a sucker for the piano. I enjoy a lot of the piano work just because I find the instrument it's very calming. Like the different types of pianos are also very interesting, like the more like electro type and stuff like that. I like how different and versatile it is, and how you can hear it in different things. So it's all very good, very good. Let's see. I think. Something like this. Okay. There we go. Getting there. You can add this. You can see that from the side. Yeah, there we go. What was I gonna... Ooh. Oh yeah, I don't know how to naturally bring it up, but whatever. I'm not talking about anything, so I'll talk about it anyways. I think it was a couple nights ago where I was getting something to eat, and it was like in the middle of the night. So I turned on the light to the kitchen, and I see like a moth floating around. I'm like, all right, whatever, moth. I open the refrigerator, I grab what I want, and the moth, it flies inside. And I was like, well, I don't want this moth to die, so I'm gonna try to, like, coax it out. And I was like, how do you coax a moth out of a refrigerator? So I, like, turned a light on somewhere else in the house, and I was like, go over there. The problem was, if you open the door of the refrigerator, the light turns on. So it just went further into the refrigerator, and I lost it at some point. I was like, where did it go? So, I never got the moth out of the fridge, so there's just a moth floating around in there somewhere. Well, probably not floating around anymore. I'm a pretty frequent late-night snacker. Of course, now I'm going to be incredibly wary of moths. Oh, Lord. Clothing. Offered him clothing to get him out. Maybe that would have worked. I don't know. If another moth gets stuck, I'll try that, and we'll see what happens. Okay. I got... Oof. My new headphones feel a bit funky on my head. So I have to break them in. At least I don't disconnect and reconnect like the other ones, which is good. Ugh. I think you guys probably get what I mean with headphones, where, like, you have to, like, break them in and stretch them out a bit, because when you first get them, they're always, like, they push super hard into your ears, and it hurts like heck. Oh my gosh. I, like, try to add ways to adjust it, but it never works well, and it's like, I should just take the headphones and, like, attempt to stretch them at some point. That would be a good thing, good use of my time. Not like I have a bajillion other things to do. Oh well. My ear health is also important. Oh jeez. How does this work? Like so. Okay. Not so, so. Oscar's design has actually been compared to So from Your Turn to Die once. And I'm like, I can see it. And someone was like, did you copy the design? I'm like, no. You're, Oscar was designed before Your Turn to Die got popular in the West, so that is not the case. Oh jeez. Headphones over earbuds. Yeah. I've tried earbuds before, but they just, I don't know what it is about them. I think because they're so small, you get worse quality in them to begin with, and then they're really easy to just kind of yank out or just fall out. I have that problem a lot because my ears are like, I kind of have bigger ears, so when I put earbuds in, they never sit quite right, and then when I do try to put them in, they just kind of like, or when I'm not paying attention, they just drop out, and I'm like, where the fuck did they go? And it is incredibly useless because they basically just I spend all my time looking for my earbuds instead of actually listening what I want to listen to. So it is a struggle to say the least. Let's see. Right. Is this right for the bag? Yeah, that's right. There we go. A lot of my friends have the AirPods that they use, and that's another thing I like about headphones is that they're very hard to lose because it always feels like my friends get them. I'm like, hey, I got a new pair of AirPods, and then they lose them like immediately within a week, and it's like, bro, those are not worth it. Stop buying them. That was like your 5th pair, and then it's like, no, I won't lose them this time, and it's like, no, yes, you will. You will most definitely lose them. Oh god. At that point, just get the wired ones because you won't lose them as easily. Even if they get tangled all the time, at least you'll have them. So I've had the same earbuds forever. I've had them like since the beginning of high school, and just because they work, I never bothered to get new ones. I'm very much the type of person that if something works, I do not replace it. Even if it like barely works, it stares at my phone, which is just covered in like scratches, and like the glass is like very much shattered, and it's like, well, I have a covering over it, and even though it's held together by tape, it still works, so I don't know what to tell you. It's not like I need a new one. It's like, oh my god. Jeez. Alright, bag, and then pants, and then feet, and then we're done with the line art. Then we gotta do the colors. Tape the notch, yeah. Tape fixes everything, honestly. Like, if you break something, you can usually fix it with tape. It's just how it is. So much of my stuff is like held together by duct tape, just because, like I said, I don't bother replacing anything. Like my phone, and like I said, and my fucking part of the bottom of my backpack is taped together, which is not good. I had my shoes duct taped for a while too, but I just finally got a new pair because It was like the souls were also giving out. Well, of course they're giving out because the bottom of my shoe was destroyed, but I mean like the padding was giving out, so they were hell to walk in. They were not doing the shoe part of like supporting my feet when I walked. Why did I have to make him so perfect? I'm just that good. Alright, how does it work? So, straight on this side. I'm glad people like his design. I was actually surprised a lot of people ended up liking Oscar just because of his personality in the beginning. But it's good to see that he didn't get left behind, which is nice. I enjoy that. Oh, it is on this layer. I made a oopsie. Oop. And I burped. That's what happens when I eat before I stream. I burp. Let's see. Whoop. Oh dear. I had a taco for supper, which was good. Taco and spaghetti today. That was good. Oh, the bone. Tacos don't have bones, but if they did, I would give them to you. Any characters you surprised weren't received that well? Yes, I was surprised Penelope isn't, like, hated, but I'm surprised she didn't get... She seems to get a lot of, she ends up lower in a lot of people's lists, and I was kind of surprised. I kind of realized later, it's like, oh, it's because she's very, snappy. And I didn't think about that much, because it's like, Ryu is also very snappy, but he's pretty popular, and I think it's just because, oh, Ryu is the... Ryu fits that, like, Kokichi gremlin energy, and therefore he's popular, unlike, Penelope, who is a woman, and therefore cannot fit that role. Which is kind of like, alright, I mean, I understand why it happens. I don't really like the reason, but I understand why it happens. It's just one of those things I kind of live with. But I will make people like Penelope if it kills me. That does not look right. That's because it is not right. Undo. Let's try this instead. Whoop. Whoop. Just erase this. Let's see if we can make this look correcto. Alright, there we go. I gotta lean in because I'm not wearing my glasses anymore because my face kept getting sweaty and then I had to keep wiping my face and I don't like that. Do you like Yu-Gi-Oh? I love Yu-Gi-Oh. I am such a Yu-Gi-Oh nerd. Oh my god, I just got Duel Links recently, like a couple days ago, because I saw it on Steam and I'm like, oh, it's not mobile only now, I can get it, finally. I do have a phone, but like I said, it's covered in duct tape, and therefore it does not do apps well. If I tried to run Duel Links, it would like just overheat and explode, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't get Duel Links right now. But yeah, now that it's not mobile only, I'm like, play it. I'm like, I'm excited. Granted, I don't know how to get any of the cards I want, so I'm like, And I also don't even know if the cards I want are in the game, because I'm not even sure if all the cards are in the game. I don't think Pendulums is in Duel Links, which is, thank God. For those of you who aren't into Yu-Gi-Oh! Pendulums basically broke the game. Whoops. Hit my door. Pendulums basically broke the game when they came out because they were so stupidly good. And they tried to fix it. They like fixed it kinda sorta. They like put like a big band-aid over it and it's like, okay, it's like not as OP, and it's like, great. It's still a problem though. Like the aftermath of like how good cards had to be to keep up with Pendulums is still here though, and it's like, well, too bad. And it's like, cool. Guess the game is completely obliterated now. Elemental Hero. I use in Duel Links, like I said, I haven't gotten that far, but in normal games, I like using Ghost Trick, which is basically this deck that revolves around flip summoning, and the whole thing is you have to keep all your opponent's monsters flipped down because your cards can attack directly when you do that. And it's a very fun deck because it's very much it's very trolly in the fact that people can't really do anything if you're playing well. Like if you have a good hand, you can basically stop any attack they have because it Ghost Trick revolves around a lot of hand traps. So yeah, it's very fun to mess with people. It's not very meta, but I don't play a lot of meta decks anyways. I literally play decks with the card art that I find is nice. That's literally it. So if the cards have good art, that's the deck I'll play. Alright, but yeah, I usually go for the cute card art because that's what I am drawn to, because it's cute. And I also kind of like the stuff that's like off the beaten path kind of decks, stuff you don't see. Because it always makes people like raise their eyebrow and be like, huh, interesting. Okay. I haven't kept up with the anime stuff at all. I know the original, I like the first, not the original three, but like the first 3 seasons is what I am acquainted with the most, because that's what was on when I was a kid. Watched a lot of I watched so much of the 4Kids dub of the first series. Good lord, I would just binge that crap on my tiny little computer when I was a kid. You like Jaden from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX? Yeah, Jaden was a fun protagonist just because he was like super gung-ho and stuff. They don't build the protags like they used to. Jaden and Yugi come back to us. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Elemental Heroes has always been a very cool deck concept anyways, because it's like just a bunch of superheroes. And he's the only, like, from what I remember, he's the only protagonist who's actually had like a deck that's like has an archetype and like an actual structure to it instead of just random monsters. And it's like, wow, a character who like looks like they might have actually put thought into their deck. What? What is this? What do you mean? It's so funny. Yeah, it's weird that Yu-Gi-Oh! Never actually, like, bothers to make its characters, like, have like an archetype deck where it's like, this is the protagonist's deck. No, it's like, the protagonist's deck is always, like, super random cards all over the place, and it's like, what's going on? They usually have their, like, one big monster, maybe, like, one smaller go-to monster, and that's about it. And it's like, huh. Interesting. Let's see. Oop. Let's see. How do I... like behave like this, and then go down like that. Oop. Oop. Yeah. I mean, for Yugi, I can, like, understand the random card thing because archetypes hadn't really been invented yet, or like the like cards that all go together and have the same name kind of thing. But the other protagonist, it's like, why? Build a deck that makes sense, please. Then I won't feel weird when you like school all these weird villains. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh dear. Oop. Okay, there we go. Line art speedrun. Here we go. Getting close to the end, so I'm getting impatient. I want to get it done. Yeah, I might just skip doing Ryu tonight and just finish off the Sprite and call it a stream. Like I said, I am tired and I have a early day tomorrow. Let's see. There we go. That looks good. Thank you. Glad it looks good. I'm pretty happy with how these sprites have been coming out now. I'm like, I'm satisfied with the art again. Like when I started Dead End. A lot of the stuff now, I'm like, I need to redo it. So I'm glad I'm feeling more comfortable in the work I've been putting into it now. Yeah, redoing art is tricky because you have to be careful not to fall in the rabbit hole of just redoing things over and over and over again. But it's like, at the same time, if you've improved, if you want to, and you want to show that off, you gotta bite the bullet sometimes. It's like, when to, gotta learn when to call it good, and when you should actually go back and fix stuff. That's always a delicate balance. Let me pick the line I want. There we go. Ah, there. Okay. And now these shoes. I can hit some dead ends. Yeah, I can. It's tricky because, like, there's sometimes where it's like you're drawing something and no matter what you do, you can't make it look right. Just because, like, you don't have the skill level, or you're just like, for some reason you can't tell what's going on or what's wrong, so you just kind of have to accept that, move on, try your best, maybe come back to it later if it's like if you feel like it's just a now thing. But yeah, it's important to keep going, not just get stuck redoing the same things over and over and over again. I say as I'm redoing sprites, but whatever. I know I know there's a stopping point for this, so I don't feel like I'm going insane. Alright. Let's see. So it's like, ah. That does not look correct. Hold up. Let's push these down so it actually looks good. Was Monosaka always supposed to be the mascot? Not really. I actually had a different mascot design that I ended up giving to a friend because at the time I was like, I'm not gonna make a Fangan, I don't need this design. I just did it for fun because I, had the idea. And then at some point I started making a Fangan and I was like, shoot, I gave that design away, I'm gonna need something new. The original design was like like this shark dude. And he had like a hook hand and stuff. But, yeah, that got changed, so I changed it to Monosock because I didn't have that design anymore. I like Monosock still. I think the game would have been good with either of them, so I don't feel like it was like a big loss or anything. I'm happy with what I got. Yeah. That is one thing I am proud of, that I'm happy with all the designs from the game. Let's see. How's it going with the fan game? They're going good. They kind of have it on pause right now just because of life stuff and college. But I'm still excited to see where it goes. Let's see. Ooh. That should be fine. It ain't perfect, but whatever. There we go. Oop. Did I? I did not. Forgot to put the little inner ear. Oop. There we go. Let's see, there we go. Oh, so close. Whoop. Always loved his little slippers. They're heavily inspired by Akira slippers from Rebirth because I always loved those. So I was like, I'm gonna take those and put my own spin on it. I'm gonna make them dogs. Let's see. There we go. Oof. Took a while, but it's done. Line art. Ha ha ha. Picatory. Alright, color time. Yeah, it's a shame that Rebirth had to get canceled, but nothing we can really do about it. It's good we still got to release a story and such. But yeah. Akira is a very interesting character. I mean, I enjoyed his whole vibe. Alright, let's... Power the select tool. This is good thing about having one of the good things about having really thick line art is that I can just use the select tool for like everything. Let's see. This. Ah, there we go. Is that all where that color is? Yes. Oh wait, I actually need the color. I still have the green. Nice. Alright, time for the pale red. Oops. I don't know why, but I like filling in base colors with my mouse instead of using the actual pen tablet. It's a little weird, but I do enjoy it. Boop, boop. That's not the right color. There we go. I am using fill. Sorry, not sorry. I'm sorry, I'm too lazy to use my actual do anything by hand. Oh my goodness. That's why whenever I do new sprites, I just copy paste like half the line art and just reuse it. Oh my goodness. I am the king of lazy. Is this the same color as this? Hang on. Yes, it is. You should join the dark side. Be lazy. Alright. There. And then the yellow. You've seen Radiant. I'm gonna say no, because I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's a show, since we've been talking about shows a lot. But yeah, I've never heard of it. Is that all the yellow in this design? It is. You kind of referred to her being a hero. Yeah, being a hero is overrated. The dark side's where it's at. Oh, I forgot the giant, like, slash through his, or like crack through his glasses. I gotta fix that. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, and that little green bit I gotta fix too. It's an anime? Ah. That would make sense. Let's see. Okay. Actually, I might just... Speaking of being lazy, I'm just gonna steal this line art. Because I don't feel like trying to replicate that crack perfectly. Copy. Paste. Also, I just realized I have this saved as Strike a Pose. I forgot I saved it under that name. That's funny. Alright, so like... So, I think? Yeah, that's almost right. I just need to bring this down and bring that up. There. Yeah, taking shortcuts? Look, you will all join me one day. When you get too tired. The power of friendship can't save you forever. Oh god. Alright. Sign? Did you stop working? There we go. I couldn't select anything for a while there, and I was like, huh. What? I think that's all the skin tone. Boop. Boop. There we go. I'm wondering if I should make the... Maybe I should leave the, I think I might leave the pencils green, just 'cause I think that actually looks cool. Oh no, I didn't color in Olive's ear. No, the struggle. Ah, there we go. Let's see. Oop. I'll use this color. Yeah, if a character ends up getting props for like a sprite or something, I like trying to still use their color palette in the rest of the drawing, or in those props, I mean, just because I think it makes the whole thing look a little bit more cohesive. There. Oh, and I need to pink his this sleeve. I totally forgot because it's not a part of the other part of his coat there. Hey. He's dual wielding, ambidextrous, big brain. Yeah. Oh wait, I forgot to. There we go. And the blue tape, the kinesio tape. I'm super curious if anyone actually knows what the frick this is supposed to be on his arm. The kinesio tape, if I'm the only one that gets this. Basically, kinesio tape is tape used for, it relaxes like muscles that are like stressed or like really cramped up. So for Oscar, because he's a freelance artist and he does that like all the time, he's drawing all the time and his muscles tense up really quickly, or tense up a lot. So he just wears the tape all the time to kind of relax his muscles. It's more commonly used with like athletes, like tennis players. They'll use it on their shoulders and stuff. I know it a lot because my dad uses it with his patients and such. So I kind of like took that and stole it, and I was like, yes, kinesio tape. I have big brained. Alright, dude. Oh, there's a lot of green there I gotta fill back in. Hold up. Yeah, that's one of the downsides of the fill tool. Random little junk everywhere that you gotta fix. Chunk. Chunk. There we go. You've learned one new fact today. There, now somebody knows. I'm not the only one. Alright, toot, toot. Let's see. This is the base color. Some little green bits I gotta fill in. Alright. Cool. Alright, let's do the eye whites. The big brain eye white trick, where you color it pink first. Give them pink eye. And then white. Whoop. Alright. I gotta merge these down. Boop, boop, boop. There. Alrighty. Section clear. eats bootleg ruffles. Oh my god, I love the idea of bootleg ruffles. That's so funny. Okay. This. Whoop, whoop. Alright, might as well just use my 10 at this point. Stop messing around with the mouse. Because I've been using my mouse, like, to fill in all the colors. I don't know why. He's such a chick. Oh my goodness. Somebody's failing no September. That's fine, I failed the first day, so nothing against you. Let's see. There we go. Right. Then fill in the little blushies. Doot, doot, doot. Doot, doot, doot. Doot, doot, doot. There. A question that I thought would come up on streams, but has not. Honestly, I'm not sure. I didn't really know what to expect for questions. I expected a lot of dead-end related ones. Just because of, well, you know, the background of, like, working on dead-end stuff and whatnot. Let's see if I can copy and paste this. Oh, this is, like, this is weird. One side is the fucking vertical and the other is the horizontal. Why? Why did I do this? What if I... Aha. I've done it. I've gained the system. Yeah. Maybe I expected a bit more about, like, personal stuff, or, like, you know, maybe something like, when's the game gonna be out, blah, 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 because that's the one we get a lot. We have to just kind of go when it's out, because there's a lot of work that needs to go into this, and I have a job and I go to school. So I can't exactly do this 24/7. Alright. Clear. Oop. There. Group. And then... yeah, I gotta erase down here too. Yeah, I mean, he is like, what, 4'10"? Dude is short. He's not winning any height competitions. Oh my gosh. I think that's something... I love it when people, like, get whiplash from a character's height because they don't expect it. I merged those layers. I need to not do that. Because I always find it so funny. That's why I like giving characters unconventional heights, because they're like, oh my god, that character's that tall? Jesus. Like, the reaction when everyone was like, Penelope's 21 and she's 3 and she's 3 feet tall? What the heck? That was good. That was fun. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Alright. Let's see. This leg is long. Commissions can be open? I need to reset up my prices and such for that, because I haven't really looked that up, or like messed with those in a bit, so I need to kind of set things up. My old prices weren't really getting a lot of traction, and I think it was kind of just how I set up my commission sheet and how it was laid out. So I want to lay out a new sheet, redo the tiers, how they were set up, and then they'll be open again. I'll move that up on my to-do list, but soon TM? Soon TM. That's the answer. Because I don't have any commission work at the moment. I just have to actually, like, get stuff all ready for it. I'm gonna have to, oops, just redo this. It looks weird. There we go. Okay. There. The stripes are good. Yeah, Oscar always takes forever to color just because of his stripes. It is usually a lot. Luckily I was able to just copy paste for these. Oh, I just like mashed my pen into the side of my keyboard. That was not good. Let's see. 35. Turn these on. Does it look right? Close enough. So merge, and then the little dots. It is dot time. That's a good way to break your pen. Oh god, I broke a pen once because basically, what happened was, it was the first time I'd ever had a pen that charges, and I forgot. Imagine you hitting the keyboard just ruined the work. Oof. Yeah, just hit the exit out button. That would be agonizing. But yeah, first time with a pen that charged, and I forgot that it was a charge pen. So I was like, alright, I have to go replace the battery. And I tried to like open it, and I'm like, I can't open it. Why can't I open it? So me just forgetting that, you know, it's a charge pen. You don't open a charge pen. So cut to me like struggling to forcibly open this thing that shouldn't even open. I managed to do it, and I like open it, and like immediately upon opening it, I'm like, I see the wires and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I think I broke it. So yeah, I had to order a replacement, and that was very interesting waiting for that. I was like, all right, now I know, I will never forget that. Charge pens Or basically that it's a charge pen. I'll never forget I'm using a charge pen and not a freaking battery operated one. And anyways, that's all the base colors. Now we can do the fun shading. Alright, I gotta turn it to multiply. There we go. Which way does the shade go? That way. Cool. Here we go. Maybe I should just do this. Yeah, that looks better. Alright. To stand up straight and actually, like, look at this. I have to think. Oh my god, I have to shade and think at the same time. Alright. Let's see. Oop. Alright, there we go. I think most of this would actually just be shaded in. Oh, I spy some green. There we go. This will be interesting how we shaded just because of the angle of the body. A lot of it's going to be different. I might just fudge the face. A lot of it would actually be in shadow, but that wouldn't look very good, so I'm just going to do this. Oop. Yeah, art is knowing when to do things the normal way and when to fudge it to make it look good. Pro tip. Do you watch Busy Pop? I do! I've been keeping up with Hell of a Boss. I watched episode 6. What is the sprite going to be used for? It's basically just Oscar being, like, absurd. So when he goes to, like, absurdo, like, I'm ranting mode, basically, because Oscar's the type of person to rant about random topics. So when he gets into something, he's like, JoJo pose. But yeah. I've been keeping up with Hell of a Boss, and it's been that last episode was so good. That fight scene was so well freaking animated and choreographed. It was chef's kiss. It's also good to see animation on YouTube take off like that, because it's like, yes, another home for animated TV shows, or like animated shows. I'm not sure if we're gonna see anything like Hell of a Boss anytime soon, like of that quality, but we shall see. Another good one is Ollie and Scoops. It didn't get a lot of traction, but I loved that show when I was doing stuff. Hello, Cookie. Welcome back. We're almost done with the sprite. We're just shading it now. Yeah, if you want more good animated internet content, I recommend Ollie and Scoops. It's a good ride. Alright. You can vibe for the next 20 or so minutes. It's still gonna take me a bit to finish this. Jane Animation or Salt Sketches. I've seen both of those channels. They're also very good. I I love Jaden's work. I love how the passion she puts into it and trying to make everything better than she did last time, or like always trying to improve on the stuff she's done. That's always really cool to see. Is that green? That is green. It's time to ungreen. Ugh. The green is everywhere. I can just... Whoop. There we go. Whoop. Let's see, I can do this, and then do that. Epic, epic. Satina. Oh yes, I've seen Satina. It's if I remember correctly, it only has like one episode out at the moment, but it's very good. It has like one episode and like a couple shorts. I want there to be more. Give me more. All these good shows. I need to like I want to support them, but I'm like already on Patreon. I'm already giving like $60 a month to like different creators, and I'm like, I need to live. I need to remember that, you know, some of that money is for me, making sure I do not die. That's a lot. Yeah, I like supporting the creators I enjoy. So I give it a lot of money because I know that's how they keep doing stuff. I want to see them continue, so I make sure they can. I know a lot of people either watching just can't financially support them, or like aren't as into their content. So I'm like, I am. I fill those requirements. I got this. Why is this the wrong color? And I was like, hold up. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, I know there are a lot of people that can't, so I'm like, I can do it, so I will. Do you have Twitch? I watch stuff on Twitch. I don't stream on Twitch, if that's what you're asking. I've kind of thought about streaming on Twitch, but I've never really, like, done a lot of serious thought into it. Maybe in the future. Switching to YouTube, or from YouTube to Twitch, seems like a lot of work, but, I don't know. Or even, like, multi-streaming would be a lot of work as well. Tricky. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Alright, so that just does that. Let's zoom out a bit so I can see what's going on. Alright. Make it shaded, it does not. Wait, or does it? Does, okay. So I need to shade these. Oop. Oop. beta designs with the cast. That would be a cool thing to show off at some point. I don't feel like showing them off just yet, but maybe later down the line when we start getting some content out. That'd be something I would probably share on the main channel instead of something I do here on my personal one. Okay, let's see. Yeah. A lot of the characters didn't have super different designs. Only like a couple did. Oscar's design actually went through some pretty big changes, so that would be interesting to show off actually at some point in time. There we go. Beta and art process? That'd be fun to do. It'd be a lot of work though. Or like it'd be fun to see the final product, but it would be a lot of work. Ooh. God, don't tempt me. Maybe after everything is done so I can like it would be fully comprehensive. Yeah, that's probably something I'd want to start after Dead End was like ended. That way, you know, it would have everything in there instead of just like just stuff that's available to the public now, or like by chapter 1 or by whenever I get it out, if you know what I mean. Hold up, how did I shade the like that so I can just wait. Oh, okay. So yep, there we go. Alright, that's good. Aspect, how far are you guys? Yeah. Sure, I don't mind answering that. At the moment we're working on stuff for the prologue still. We've got the script done. Sprites are in the progress, obviously, as you can see here. The thing probably we're struggling the most with is 3D models, just because that's a trickier skill set, and because of that, it's harder to get people to, you know, with that skill set to help us out. I've been kind of fiddling around with it myself, just because of like, if I can't get someone else to do it, I can do it myself. I'm kind of that person where I'm like, if I gotta do it myself, I'll do it myself. May not be perfect, but hey, it'll get done. Plus, from the 3D models we have gotten, I can kind of like reverse engineer something at least decent. If that makes sense. Because I can like copy how they did the textures and keep everything looking fresh. I also have a lot of just 3D assets that I've gotten from doing comic work that I can use, so that'll come in handy as well. And just do this. There we go, and then whoop. Oh, there it is. Little break. Boop. Let's give this hand a shadow, just so it pops a bit more. Let's see. Oop, oop. There we go. There. How much money does it cost? For stuff that like that's actually gone into dead end, currently nothing. It's just a lot of hard work because everything has been volunteer work, which is very nice, and I'm very grateful for everyone who's wanted to help out just with their own time. But yeah, I do have like stuff on the side, like I said, the assets that I bought for comic stuff. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, a lot of stuff that I bought for comics that it's like on the side, like if I need it, I can use it. But for now, I haven't need to use any of that stuff, so yeah, Dead End's development has been totally money free at the moment. I'm not sure if it'll stay that way, but for now, that's how we've gone. I might spend some money to get like a good editor for like a cool opening or something. I could see myself doing that. Because I want the opening to be very, very cool. I've actually got someone picked out already who's good with motion graphics that I'm like, if I poke them and I'd be like, hey, can you do this? Are you cool enough? Do you know what this is? Am I cool? But they've got a lot of commissions, so I'm hoping they'll accept if I ever do get around to that. Oh yeah, I forgot I had to... yes, I promised all my workers Subway cookies, so I do have to buy those. Available on mobile. I'm gonna say no for now, because we don't have plans for that. And mobile is probably something you have to plan, like, in advance. I'm not good with the programming side, because... well, that's not what I do. I'm, like, art, writing, and director boy. Mm-hmm. All right. Right, how is this shaded? It's shaded like this, so you go like, whoop. And then this is shaded like that, so it's, oops, that's a horrible screeching sound. There. That should be good. I'll shade this part in just so it's different from the hat. Let's see. I'm gonna do this so that I can shade the hat without worrying about it going over the glasses. That'll make my life easier. Nope. There. There we go. Wait, are his glasses? Oh, his glasses aren't yellow anymore. Oh, I forgot. I have to fix that. Oops. I must fix. Edit. There we go. Magic. I do have to shade it still. It's like this. Oop. Oop. Mm-hmm. Dear DAU, where everything is the same, but Booker and Oscar swap heights. Oh no. I did do that. I did a drawing actually of Penelope and Booker swapping build where they're like, that's cursed. That's good. Any thoughts on Decadence? Decadence. Oh, Decadence. Decadence is, I've said that a lot. It's very, I'm interested in it because I'm curious if that means we're going to get more DR content in the way that it's like, you know, the standard games, and this is them like testing the waters with like, you know, writers that aren't Kodaka and stuff. So I'm curious what this will mean. But the game itself I'm interested in. I'm not sure if I'll buy it. Actually, I might buy it. I might buy it and play it on stream. That could be interesting. See what the fook is up with that game. That could be fun. How long have we been working on this project? Over 2 years at this point. It was a secret for a whole year. We released a demo, and then we've kind of been sprucing everything up and then working on stuff for about a year now. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's all good. Now let me patterns. What else do I need? Like literally everything. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. Paste. Oops. Paste. There we go. Thing group. And then erase from the skin because the skin doesn't have the texture. Oh, neither does the eye, so I got erase from the eye too. There we go. Yeah, it's been a lot of work, but it's been fun making everything, so I don't mind it. Okay. So I need luminosity for the hair. Or the shine for the hair, I mean. It's around this, so maybe a little bit bigger. There we go. Just adding some black into the shine layer makes it darker. That's what adds some depth to the whole shine, which is very, very cool looking. So I do it a lot. I'm gonna kind of blend the shine in to the light. Favorite Konosuba character? I like Megami. Megamine. She's probably my favorite just because I'm a sucker for Chunbyo and that kind of like whole character. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. I'm a sucker for how much it makes fun of her for being a Chunbyo, because Chunbyos can be annoying, but when they like make fun of that fact and like actually point out the fact that Chunbyos are very over the top, it's a good trope. There we go. I want to move his pupil a bit. There we go. Don't worry about asking questions. I'm kind of trying to speed through this, so you're making me talk, which is good. As the streamer, I should be the one remembering to talk, but I kind of forget a lot because I'm a quiet person in general, so I just kind of naturally am quiet. Aqua's cool too. I like, again, I like just in general for Konosuba, I like how much it just makes fun of all of its characters. Like, no one is really smart, they're just kind of all idiots. I'm gonna be kind of lazy with the darkening of the areas a bit here. I think I can be because of we've got this sprite set up actually, which is good. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop. There we go. Right, and then the luminosity layer, and then we're done. We're almost there. Do I spot a part I have to shade? I did. Oops, and then I gotta hold up. I gotta quickly change this to this color. Yes. Alright. There we go, I think. I think we're done. Yay. Yep. I've got the program on screen, and then it's also down at the bottom there. Get a stream Genshin Impact with me. Oh my goodness, Frosty. Genshin streaming would be cool. I've got like a couple other games that I want to try, Genshin being one of them. I just gotta... I gotta make the thumbnails for them. Kojusara? Ooh, nice. I think... Yeah, I just rolled and I just got hers too, so that was cool. I don't have many hopes for the ball banner, just because I don't have a lot of Primo shit saved up, so there's no point in trying. But anyways, yeah, here's the lad. The final product. In all its glory. Oh wait, I have to blend that. Another good thing about doing the slow pan down is that I can check everything. Alright, there we go. Hey. But yeah, I said I was gonna do Ryu, but then I didn't because I lied. Just don't have enough time for it, so whatever. Got her without rolling 10 at once. Nice. Yeah, it's always nice when you just like do like hey, I'll just do one pull and then you get like a character and you're like, oh sweet, sweet. But alrighty, I guess we're done for the day now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for these 2.5 hours. I got the sprite done, which is very sexy. I love the pose for this. Another thank you to Banana Bread for the sketch. It was very well done. I was very, very happy with it. Without his help, this would have been like a 4-hour stream, because I would have struggled with that pose immensely. He's very good at the dynamic poses, so I'm like, dynamic? Give it to him. But, yeah. Thank you guys a lot for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. We have another drawing stream tomorrow scheduled, I think? Yes, we do. So, yeah, I'll see you all guys all then. We'll work on Ryu then, because I was gonna do it today, but then I didn't. But, yeah. Let me find the tab so I can say bye. Alright, bye!